Hi folks, today we're going to put up a new website using the default theme that comes with WordPress 3.5.1, and that's 2012 theme. So I assume that you already have WordPress 3.5.1 installed and the default 2012 theme up and running. And right now I'm looking at my dashboard and I'm going to make some changes. And it's really quite easy to get a quick website in place, and of course what you want to do first is get it up and running, and then eventually start adding stuff to it, and don't feel like you have to do it all at one time. Just get up the main site and then slowly but surely start adding things to it. So usually the first step I take when I install a new website is to start tweaking it, and that means tweaking the theme that comes with it, in this case 2012 of course. Anyhow, I'm going to click on Appearance and Themes, and then click on Customize. And what that does is put us into a new page basically that allows us to tweak the way the site looks currently, and we can always change it up however we feel like. So we're going to call this just a generic name, a new exciting site, and the tagline is basically a little line of text that tells you what the site's about, and put anything in. You can put anything you want to in there, but just a short little description of what's going on with the website. We'll call this a sample web. Alright, and you can see as I type that in how it updates to the screen immediately. However, it's not published yet, it's just in our current local screen on our local computer. So anyhow, the header text color here, I'm going to change that just to show you what's going on with that. Change it to brown or whatever the color that is. I'm not very good with colors. And we'll make the background color something that looks kind of like that, maybe a little bit faded. That looks alright. We can always change it later. We can always change things, so never feel like anything's permanent. You can always go back. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to leave the rest of the defaults the way they are. I'm not going to add a background image at this time, but I could add a background image if I wanted to. And the static front page, basically I'm going to leave that at the default to display my latest posts, or a static page. I'm going to put down a static page since this is basically going to be a website. Okay, and the front page yet, I'm not going to select it because I'm going to go back and create some stuff first and go back to this later. So I'm going to save it, publish it, and of course publish means it's going to put it on the internet publicly for everybody to see. Alright, so I've done that, and let's take a look at this, how it looks currently live. And that's what it looks like. Not very exciting, is it? Even though it's a new exciting site, it's not too exciting yet. Hopefully it will be a little bit better looking. Alright, so anyhow, with the next step. So now we're going to create some menus, and what we want to do is click on Appearance, or you can just hover over it, and you notice when I hover over it, it just creates a sub-menu of items you can select from. That's usually a faster way than having to make 2 clicks like that. So I'll just hover over Appearance, click on Menus. Okay, now I'm in an area where I can create a menu. So I'm going to go to the top here where it says Menu Name, and I'm just going to type something very original, Menu. Save it, and over here under Primary Menu, I'm going to select what I just created, and that's the menu. I'm going to have to save that again, and now over here we're going to do a custom link. We can specify a specific URL to type in basically whatever we want to have a button that goes wherever we want it to go. In this case, let's create a home key. So I'm going to go to I'm going to type in programming-code.com, which is the name of the URL. Whoops. Let me remove that. Let's try that again. We're going to label this home. Now to add this to the menu, we click on Add to Menu. And there it is. And then click on Save. Okay, so let's take a look at it, see what damage I've done already. Click on a new exciting site, and now we're live, and there's my menu item called Home. I click on it. Nothing exciting is going to happen, that's for sure. It's just going to stay at the same page. But that's going to get us back to our home page. Okay, so we're going to go back into the dashboard. Okay, so we're going to create some more menu items here in a minute, but first of all, before we get too far into it, I want to go to Settings and click on General. And what we want to do here is under the URL where it says WordPress address URL, you notice that the URL is already there, but there is no www. So we're going to have to specify that. Put a period after it, and that way when somebody gets our site, they can type in www.programming-code.com or just programming-code.com. But anyhow, it's there, it looks nice, easy to find. So we're going to tweak that. And let's scroll down here a little bit, and I got my email address up there, and I'm going to leave all the defaults as they are, I think, but I might change something. Yeah, probably the time zone. I'm in Arizona, so I'm going to select something close to Arizona for the time zone. And so I'm in Tucson, so I want to find something that's close, like Phoenix. There we go. Okay, and the rest of the stuff I'm going to leave alone, except for this. I'm going to have the week starts on Sunday. So I'm going to save that. Now what's going to happen is when I save it, it's going to knock me out. And the reason why it did that is because I have to re-log in, because I did the extra www thing basically added to the URL. So that's going to knock me out and force me to re-log in. So I'm going to have to do that next. Okay, so I'm back into the program, and I should say the editor, or the dashboard, and I'm going to click on Settings next and go down to where it says Permalinks. Click on that. Just make sure that under Common Settings, post name is selected. After you do that, be sure you save it. So the next step here I'm going to take is to put a picture as my header on the very front page of the website. So the way I do that is I go to Appearance and look for Header. There it is. Click on that. And it says here, choose image. So I can actually put up an image here. I'm going to browse. I'm going to choose an image off my media library. I already have some photographs already uploaded to the media library. And I'm going to go ahead and select this one right here. And we'll just leave the caption blank. Delete the title. Alt text, we'll describe it as 2 monitors. And set as header. Okay, now I have to crop and publish, or skip cropping and then publish as is. So I'm going to select that because it looks fine. as it is. Oh, no, it doesn't look fine. So let's remove that. Doesn't look too good. Okay, so let's choose the image, and we're going to delete all this stuff here. Alt text, 2 monitors. Set as header. Alright, I think I'll crop and publish it this time. Crop and publish. Alright, now don't forget to save. And let's see how it looks. Ah, nice. So now we have a photograph on the very first page, so it doesn't look quite so boring. Alright. So when you first install WordPress and the 2012 theme, which is the default, it automatically throws some stuff in there that you don't really need, like comments, and just basically to demonstrate how it looks and give the user an idea. So we're going to delete some of this stuff. If you notice down here where it says recent comments from Mr. WordPress on Hello World. Well, we don't really need that, so let's click on comments and select it and see where it says bulk actions. We're just going to click on move to trash and hit apply. And now the comment is gone, and we can go back into our dashboard just to check, and sure enough, recent comments, it says no comments yet. So now we're going to create some pages, and I'm going to go to where it says pages, add new, and now we can add a title for the page, and these are going to show up eventually in our menu. So this is going to become a menu item eventually. So we'll call this one about, and we're not going to have anything in here yet, so just leave that blank. But we can go ahead and just publish that, come back later and add to it. And we'll add another new page here, and this is going to be called contact. And once again, we're not going to worry about the contents of it yet. We can always come back and do it later, and we're going to do that. So at this point, just to make our pages show up in the menu, we have to go to Appearance, Menus, and down at the bottom here it says Pages. Well, these are the 3 pages I just created. And the thing is, I have to get these pages excuse me, to show up here in the menu items as a menu item. So what I have to do is I'm going to select all 3 of these, although actually I don't need the sample page because, well, we'll leave it like that just for right now, just to demonstrate. Anyhow, select those, add to menu, and there they are. Okay, now you have to save the menu. And now we can actually view it and see what we just did. And right now we have 4 menu items: home, contact, and of course when we click on it, it's just going to be empty. About, and once again it's going to be empty because we haven't added any content yet. And sample page. So here's a sample page, just some dummy text basically. Doesn't mean anything. See how it looks. And you notice our photograph stays on the top of each of our pages without any effort on our part. Okay, so now we're going to create a new post, but before we do, we're going to go into Appearance, Themes, Customize, and down here where it says Static Front Page, we're going to change that to Your Latest Posts. And we're going to save and publish that. And now we're going to go into Posts. Hover over that, click Add New. Okay, so our first post, we're going to call it our first post. And this is our first exciting post. And we're going to create a category. We're going to call it new posts. And we're going to add the category. There it is. And automatically it's check marked. So our first post is assigned to it a category called new posts. We're going to publish that and then check it out and see how it looks on the front page. Okay, so here it is. This is our first exciting post, and this entry was posted in new posts. So there is our category showing up and our first post. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at what we just done to our website. And we have a fully working site, although there's nothing really in it at this point. We have 4 menu items. We have our first post, and we have a header picture that shows on every page we click on, no matter where we are, that picture always shows up. So the website's up and running and it's live, but there's not really anything in it in terms of content yet. In the next video, we're going to cover all the content and start adding content to pages, and start understanding how widgets work, and more about menus and more detailed information. This video wasn't meant to be in depth, just a short video to kind of get you started and to get your first website up and running. And now we can get down to the more detailed aspects of it on the next video. So thanks a lot for joining me, and check back soon. Thanks.